Bitcoin traders and astrology followers, listen carefully. Today's planetary transits create one of the most powerful and volatile windows of September 2025. If you're holding Bitcoin or planning trades, the next 24 hours could be decisive. We'll decode everything using Bitcoin's natal chart, Vedic astrology, and the precise planetary aspects at play. This prediction covers the time window from 6 a.m. London on the 13th of September 2025, which is 10:30 a.m. India time and 1 a.m. New York time, all the way up to the same time on the 14th of September. Stay with me as I break this down step by step. Moon transit focus. As always, let's start with the moon, because it drives market sentiment and short-term emotional moves in Bitcoin. At 6 a.m. London, the moon is in exalted Taurus, specifically in Rohini Nakshatra, Pada 1. This gives Bitcoin a grounded, material-focused emotional energy. But the moon is making key aspects: 60 degrees with retrograde Saturn in Pisces, emotional discipline but also karmic resistance. Conjunction with retro Uranus in Taurus, sudden shocks, unpredictable news, or market volatility. 60 degrees with retro Neptune in Pisces, illusions, hype, or hidden undercurrents in trading sentiment. 120 degrees with retro Pluto in Capricorn, deep transformations, hidden power plays, and institutional moves. Now, let's time slice the moon's journey. At 11:16 a.m. London, that's 3:46 p.m. India, 6:16 a.m. New York, moon moves into Rohini Pada 2. This is when sentiment starts tilting towards speculation and excitement, but Saturn's retro aspect keeps traders cautious. At 4:53 p.m. London, 9:23 p.m. India, 11:53 a.m. New York, moon shifts into Rohini Pada 3. This is a more restless emotional quarter, often leading to sharp intraday swings. Expect sudden buying or selling impulses. At 10:31 p.m. London, 3:01 a.m. India, 5:31 p.m. New York, moon enters Rohini Pada 4. This pada is associated with material attachment. Bitcoin sentiment may lean bullish, but with risk of overexcitement. At 4:10 a.m. London on the 14th, 8:40 a.m. India, 11:10 p.m. New York, still the 13th, the moon enters Mrigashira Pada 1 in Gemini. This brings a fresh speculative wave, chatter, and heightened activity in trading forums. So the emotional rhythm of the market will not stay constant. It's a 24-hour dance between stability, surprise, and sudden speculative impulses. Combust planets and their impact. Now let's consider the combust planets. Both Mercury and Mars are combust under the Sun. Mercury combust in Leo, Purva Falguni. This clouds rational decision-making. Traders may ignore technical signals or logical data and act more emotionally. Communication in the market may feel noisy or exaggerated. Mars combust in Virgo, Chitra Nakshatra. This is dangerous. It indicates aggressive actions, impulsive moves, even conflict-driven volatility. When Mars is combust, hidden anger or sudden spikes in volume can erupt. So overall, the combustions warn us. Be careful of false breakouts, hype-driven rallies, or panic-driven crashes. Rational clarity will be weaker. Retrograde energies at play. Now let's look at the retrogrades, because they dominate this sky. Saturn retro in Pisces, karmic testing of patience, structural delays. In Bitcoin terms, this often translates into sideways grinding or heavy resistance levels. Uranus retro in Taurus conjunct Moon, surprise events, shocks in sentiment, maybe news-driven volatility. Neptune retro in Pisces, illusions, false hopes, or misleading narratives. Don't trust every rumor. Pluto retro in Capricorn, hidden power struggles, institutional manipulation, large player moves happening behind the scenes. Rahu retro in Capricorn, Ketu retro in Cancer. Karmic nodes still on the Lagna 7th axis in Bitcoin's natal chart, keeping the tug-of-war alive between public adoption and identity crisis. So we have 6 retrograde influences, plus combust Mercury and Mars. This is a turbulent mix. The market will test patience, bring sudden shocks, and amplify both greed and fear. Natal chart connection. Now let's overlay these transits on Bitcoin's natal chart. Bitcoin has Cancer Lagna with Ketu in ascendant. The current moon exalted in Taurus strongly aspects this Lagna, making public identity and sentiment a central theme. Natal Jupiter is debilitated in Capricorn 7th house. Today's transiting Pluto, retro, and Rahu, retro, in Capricorn activate this weakness. Expect global partnership news or trust issues. Natal Mars and Sun in Sagittarius, 6th house. The combust Mars in Virgo and combust Mercury in Leo are both creating tense aspects to this natal fire energy. This fuels conflict-driven price actions, maybe government regulation headlines, lawsuits, or sudden liquidation battles. Natal Moon in Pisces, 9th house. Transit Saturn, retro, and Neptune retro in Pisces are now making aspects to this natal moon. This challenges speculative faith and tests emotional resilience of Bitcoin investors. Saturn retro in Pisces is especially karmic because it directly aspects Bitcoin's natal Lagna Lord moon in Pisces. This means emotional tests, delays, and structural resistance in the charts. Overall, the natal transit overlay shows this is not a smooth bullish ride. It's a karmic testing phase, though opportunities exist for sharp intraday profits. Trading windows and predictions. Now let's talk practical trading windows for the next 24 hours, from 6 a.m. to 11:15 a.m. London, 10:30 a.m. to 3:45 p.m. India, 1 a.m. to 6:15 a.m. New York, Moon in Rohini Pada 1. Expect relative stability with a cautious upward bias. Good for scalping small profits, but don't overextend. From 11:15 a.m. to 4:50 p.m. London, 3:45 p.m. to 9:20 p.m. India, 6:15 a.m. to 11:50 a.m. New York, Moon in Rohini Pada 2. Volatility increases. Saturn retro's aspect adds resistance, so any rally may face sudden pullbacks. Avoid chasing moves. From 4:50 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. London, 9:20 p.m. to 3 a.m. India, 11:50 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. New York. Moon in Rohini Pada 3. This is a restless period, often producing quick spikes and drops. Day traders should watch carefully for whipsaws. From 10:30 p.m. to 4:10 a.m. London, 3 a.m. to 8:40 a.m. India, 5:30 p.m. to 11:10 p.m. New York. Moon in Rohini Pada 4. Sentiment may lean bullish, but combust Mercury and Mars can create misleading breakouts. Use strict stop losses. After 4:10 a.m. London on 14th September, 8:40 a.m. India, 11:10 p.m. New York on 13th, Moon enters Mrigashira. This opens a fresh speculative phase. Expect chatter, news bursts, and renewed excitement. Good for momentum scalpers, but still risky. So the overall message: volatility is high, clarity is low. Play defensive. Small trades with tight stops are safer. Avoid emotional overreactions. Summary of prediction. To summarize, Moon in exalted Taurus brings strength, but aspects with retro Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto create volatility. Combust Mercury and Mars cloud rational decision-making and add impulsive trading risks. Bitcoin's natal chart receives challenging overlays, especially to its debilitated Jupiter and natal Moon. Expect emotional whipsaws, regulatory or institutional news shocks, and heavy resistance on rallies. Best strategy: scalping in smaller windows, avoid over-leverage, and stay patient. This 24-hour period is more about managing risk than chasing massive gains. This forecast is based on Vedic astrology analysis and is meant for educational and research purposes only. It is not financial advice. Cryptocurrency trading is highly risky. Always do your own research and consult your financial advisor before making investment decisions. If you found this prediction valuable, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. And here's something special. All these predictions are published 12 to 24 hours in advance exclusively for our YouTube members. If you want early access to detailed forecasts like this before they go public, join our YouTube membership today. You'll get insider timing windows, deeper insights, and a head start on the markets. Join today, and let's navigate the stars together for profitable trading. Closing. Reminder of timings. So remember, this forecast covered the period from 6 a.m. London on 13th September, that's 10:30 a.m. India time, and 1 a.m. New York time, until the same time on the 14th. Stay safe, stay sharp, and may the stars guide your trades.